In today's video, I'm going to be looking at a really cool Ogerpon deck using all 4 different Ogerpons, which can all be used in different situations, but they can all attack. And that's all because of the item card Ogre's Mask. So let's go check out my brand new Ogerpon box deck in action and see what it's all about. Ogre's Mask is such a sick card. So welcome back to a brand new Pokemon TCG Live Journey Together deck video, and today I'm showing off my brand new Ogerpon toolbox deck here. And this deck is really cool because of the amount of options it has available. And it all revolves around, of course, the item card Ogre's Mask, which allows you to swap an Ogerpon EX with an Ogerpon EX you have in play, and all the cards and energy damage counters stay on the new Pokemon. But basically what this concept is you can swap your Ogres out. So the idea is you use Teal Mask Ogerpon. It's like the main Ogerpon. You use Teal Dance to put energy onto itself. You power itself up. You can attack with Myriad Leaf Shower, but for the most part, you're just trying to get energy onto it. It's an energy acceleration system. And then you can use the Ogre's Mask to then swap it into something like a Wellspring Ogerpon, and then use Torrential Pump to take knockouts where you see fit, sniping your opponent's bench. Or you can swap it into Cornerstone Ogerpon if you're in a matchup where your opponent struggles to deal with this, especially if you use Cornerstone Ogerpon with Ogre's Mask and you can constantly swap this thing in and out every time they deal with it. It just keeps coming back. It's kind of scary too. And then also we got the Hearthflame Ogerpon, which doesn't really see any play. Maybe it'll see play when the end board comes out, but this card is kind of like having the Reshiram or the Relicanth in this deck, where if they don't knock out that Ogerpon in one hit, we do play a couple Bravery Charms, we can use that first attack to do 20 damage, free damage counter on this Pokemon. So they hit us for like 200 damage and they don't knock us out, we can Ogre Mask into the Hearthflame and then blow them out of nowhere, which is really, really cool. And that is the idea of this deck. Use Teal Mask, build itself up, and then swap in and out of the Ogerpon for different situations you are placed in. We do have some other support in the deck. Lillie's Clefairy is obviously really good in here because it's another way to deal with Dragapult. You can one-shot Dragapult technically with Hearthflame. They hit you for 200 damage, and you swap it into Hearthflame and you blow them up. But that play is really obvious, especially if you discard the Hearthflame and your opponent kind of just sees that coming. That's why we got to play Clefairy to help against Dragapult, and good against Raging Bolt. And then stuff like Bloodmoon's in the deck too, obviously really good to clean up the final prizes. And we even have Mew in the deck, which is obviously here for draw, but also you can use Genome Hacking. This deck does play Crispin and Energy Switch to move energy around, so there is still a world where you can use Mew as an attacker, which is really cool. This deck is a lot of fun to play, and you can do some really cool combos and plays out of nowhere with Ogre's Mask. And before we get into the video, big shout out to the sponsor, Card Cavern TCG. If you're getting any Pokemon TCG Live pack codes, get them over at Card Cavern. If you're looking for the main set Journey Together, if you're looking to get any Journey Together code still, get them over at Card Cavern. Or if you want to get some IRL singles, products, stuff like that, Card Cavern's got that all on their website. If you can't think at Card Cavern, after checkout, use my discount code LDF, get yourself a 5% discount on your order. Help the channel, help yourself out, and up our Card Cavern. Shout out Card Cavern, check them out, link down below, and shout out the second sponsor, TC Evolutions. You want to go check out their website down below, get any of the awesome product they sell there, their dice, damage counters, ability markers, anything like that. Great product to use when playing IRL TCG tabletop. Check them out. Link will be down below. You can also use code LDF. Get yourself a 10% discount on your purchase. Shout out the two sponsors. Link will be down below. And if you want to go subscribe to my second YouTube channel, I'd also greatly appreciate that. I just did 2 videos where I looked at some brand new Unova cards that got revealed in a set coming out this summer, which looks really exciting. And I did my Milwaukee Regionals Tournament Report recap with my Gholdengo Dragapult deck. So here is the full deck list I got. Again, it's a toolbox deck. All the Ogerpons are in there. The main ones are going to be the Wellspring and the Teal Mask mostly, but the Cornerstone and the Hearthflame can come up in more niche situations. There are some other attackers, like I said, the Clefairy, the Mew, the Bear. I am playing a Tatsugiri and a Budew. I don't really know if I like the Tatsugiri, but the Budew's in here because I think Itchy Pollen's kind of cool. In some scenarios, you can slow your opponent down with Itchy Pollen and then Wellspring them. That's kind of cool. And then Tatsugiri to find supporters. I don't think you need the Tatsugiri. There's no Dronge in the deck, but I don't know. When I originally tried this deck, when Twilight Masquerade first came out last year, I played it, and it's probably cuttable though for sure. You're going to cut any card, probably just cut the little sushi guy out of the deck. I am playing a Beach Court though, to go with the Tatsugiri though to help it out. You could play Latias too, I guess, but I also wanted to play Counter Stadium. I am playing at 2 Luminous Energy in the deck. We got Psychic, Fighting, Water, Fire, all the energy types for the Ogerpons and the Clefairy. And the Luminous can kind of turn to whatever you want. And then obviously the Crispins are in there to help synergize with it too. Only 2 Crispin. Again, the Dronge in this deck mostly comes through like Teal Mask, E-Switch, and stuff. You actually don't really need to spam Crispin that much because you can preemptively just do Teal Mask and Teal Dance over and over again to build up your board. But Crispin's still good nonetheless. And then obviously Iono Research Boss. The classic. It's basically for the list. Really excited to show it off and see what we can do with Ogre's Mask, and hopefully we get some really cool gameplay in with this combo. Let's go show it off and see what it's all about in today's video. My opponent starts Fez. I don't know what this is. We are going first, and our start is decent. We could either get double Ogerpon, or we could wait a turn. I might wait a turn. There's a lot of supporters. Damn. I'm just going to pass. I'm going to wait, because I might be able to get turn 2 Wellspring Ogerpon. We can either sob the Fez or Torrential Pump, or we could go in a Cornerstone or something. Probably not Hearthflame, obviously. It's like the the worst one to go into. Okay, they have an Arven. What am I up against here? Is it Dragapult? It looks like it probably is going to be good old Dragapult, so... Yeah, maybe I should have played the Tera Orb, actually. I didn't know what it was going to be 100%. Fez could be anything, but yeah, maybe should have played the Tera Orb, because now I'm not going to be able to do Torrential Pump, because they're going to Budew me. But they only get double Dreepy. That means Budew's in their hand. Yeah, they have Nest Ball for Budew. Yeah, I should have played the Tera Orb. If I draw a Grass Energy and go Boss KO Dreepy, I guess. Iron Bundle? Okay, well, I guess they don't know what they're playing against, but they have a Bundle. Not a Budew? Are they going to Budew me here? What's going on? No, they're passing. Okay, never mind. We're not getting Budewed. Oh, good thing we didn't. I think I'm still down to Torrential Pump if possible. Get rid of these, and then we'll just grab Hearthflame. Discard that too. Just get rid of the whole squad while we're at it. I can do this. Well, Ogre's Mask now. And then research. Hope for the best. No, I whiffed the attack. Alright, that's fine. We'll Teal Dance. Broken Teal Dance every time. Trust. Good Teal Dance? Yeah, there we go. Alright, am I doing Torrential Pump or should I wait? What's better? Because I don't want to give them Fez, though. Okay, maybe we'll Sob. Maybe we'll Sob. I'll play it safe and Sob. Honestly, if worse comes to worse, my opponent Phantom Dives me, we could nuke him with Hearthflame Ogerpon. Right? We have crystals. So we can go Ogre Mask, Hearthflame, Knockout, Dragapult, or something if they attack. Speaking of Sparkling Crystal. Okay, well now I kind of want to do Torrential Pump because they have a Dreepy with a crystal on it. Alright, there's an Iono. Alright. We get a better hand maybe. If we get Boss, that'd be good. No Boss. Well, we did discard one, so the odds weren't great. Ooh, Charizard. Ooh, okay. They do have Dusknoir, which is also kind of annoying. Charizard isn't as bad, though, because we can knock Charizard out with Teal Mask. I'm not really too worried about it. Kind of a mid-hand, though, not going to lie. Kind of a mid-hand. They're going to Hyper Blower, sure. I could retreat. If I retreat, I could Torrential Pump. I don't know. Do I want to Torrential Pump? Because, like, the problem is if I go Torrential Pump, they're just going to get Fez. I kind of want to take the first two prizes. So maybe I don't Torrential Pump. I don't know. Kind of annoying. I also don't want to deal with these Dusknoirs, though. They have a 4-card hand. Yeah, I don't really want to Torrential Pump. I might just keep up the Saw block, to be honest. We could even Budew them now. Might just be better to Budew, to be honest. They can Heat Tackle, then I can Torrential Pump. So I'm just going to go Budew, I think. I'll bench this. Bench that, sure. And I'll Budew. Yo, okay, I could Bravery Charm my Budew here, so they can't knock me out with this. I'm kind of down. This way they can't Heat Tackle for the knockout. And they also can't Dusclops. They'd have to go Dusclops Heat Tackle. So that's good. I'll put it on. I'll put the Bravery Charm on, sure. I was like debating that. I'm like, I could Bravery Charm one of my Ogerpons so that like the Charizard doesn't KO me if I take the first two prizes. Because technically they're only doing 240 if that happens. But I think it's probably better to do this instead. Yeah, I think this is fine. There's Dusclops. They actually did have the combo. Oh, maybe not. They're going Charmeleon instead. But what else are they doing, though? They're retreating into Dreepy. Are they going to kill me with Dreepy here? They are not. Okay, they're going to leave me alive. But see, now I can go Torrential Pump. Okay, let's start top deck. Another Teal Mask. I can't remember if Mew's in the deck. Should I just save the hand? So I am losing another Ogre Mask, but I think it's fine. Getting Mew out is pretty important. We need to find more energy. I need to set up Teal Dance for next turn so I can knock out Charizard, because I'm assuming they're going to go into Charizard. Okay. Can discard this guy. Got some grass energy. If they go Dragapult, we could try to Clefairy them. Might be a little tough, though. My board is kind of full. We'll see. Okay, that's good. More energy. We'll do one more Teal Dance, sorry. What do we got? Crispin? That's good. We'll just wait to play Crispin. We'll just knock out the Dreepy here. Okay. What am I knocking out? Charmeleon or Dreepy? Or Dusclops? Honestly, they're all pretty good options. I don't really care about the Dusclops anymore. I'm just going to kill both Dreepies. The Charizard we can easily KO. We can also easily KO Dragapult with Clefairy and Hearthflame, but because they have Dusknoir, they can get around that. So I think now we just try to prize trade with Teal Mask. Let's see what our prizes are. Pretty good prizes. May or may not get Iono. And I gave him Fez, obviously, which is a little bit of a bummer, but looking pretty good at the moment. My board is kind of weird. I don't really like the Budew being in play now, but I had to put it in play to play the game. I think it was correct to Budew. Slow him down a little bit. Hawlucha. Okay, that is sort of relevant, but not really. There's no Dreepy on the board, so it's not really going to do much for them. The worst they can do here is go Charizard, Counter Catcher, Knockout, Teal Mask, Ogerpon. But even if they do that, I'm chilling. Actually, if they pop a Dusclops and knock out Budew, but not Tatsugiri, we can also try to go Genome Hacking to knock out Charizard. Okay, that's an annoying Iono. If they get Counter Catcher Charizard off this, we could be in trouble. Okay, well, I mean, we got Fez. That works too. It's pretty good. I don't think I'm going to be able to Torrential Pump them again. Maybe. Depending on what I draw. We'll see if they get Charizard. Do they have it? They didn't pop the Clops or whatever before the Iono, so I got 4 cards. I'm curious to see why they did that. Looking for Dusknoir, I'm assuming. Oh, they just pass. All right, that works. Just got the Iono, I guess. Not really great because I am losing Fez, but the hand was mediocre, so just play the Iono and see what happens. Got Ogre's Mask and Fire. No reason to Ogre Mask, right? Yeah, not really. I'm going to attach that there. Pass? I could have sobbed. Yeah, I probably should have sobbed. Yeah, I could have just sobbed them. It's fine. They're knocking me out. It's not the end of the world. We have Tatsugiri and whatnot. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, I should have just went sob. But they're setting up Dusknoir, looks like. They're going double Dusknoir. Ooh. Bro, they can take a 4-prize turn. But even if they do that, they're not going to win the game. Then I go down to 2 prizes, and then I can just win with Teal Mask. They probably have to Phantom Dive me here. Which it looks like is what they're doing. Okay. I didn't get rid of their Crystal, though. So they got to have, like, Charizard, Psychic Energy, and stuff. They have a 2-card hand. They can't Fez. Yeah, I should have just sobbed instead of attaching Tatsugiri. But having the retreat option is good to find, like, a research. I want to go for, like, a big high roll play with, like, Clefairy or something. They're going to hit my active. Jet Headbutt doesn't kill me. Let's see what our prize is. If they get a little too greedy, there's a world where we can just nuke them with Hearthflame. If they Jet Headbutt me for 70 and they leave me with 10 HP left, I can just maybe pull off a Hearthflame play. And now I'm regretting not attaching. And they do pass. So I can Hearthflame them here. Yeah, I should have attached Fire to the active. They might have played that differently, though, if I didn't do that. But I'm regretting it. Like, debating what I want to do here. I could just hit them with the Sob now and then wait a turn. Okay, yeah, sure. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to Teal Dance. And then we're going to... Okay, we do research. It's decent. We'll Sob now. And then next turn, we'll research and then Hearthflame knock out the active. That seems pretty good. They should have retreated into Hawlucha. But I guess they didn't want to get Sob locked. I guess the Sob is still very much a threat. But now their Fez is indefinitely locked. Now they could Charizard, put 3 energy on the active and knock me out. They could do that. If they do that, though, we can respond KO with Teal Mask. So I don't think that's a great idea. Okay, there's a Counter Catcher. Let's see what they bring in. Probably Tatsugiri, but not even that's a good option. Yeah, it's the Teal Mask. Okay. We have to lose an energy, but we have out. It's not the end of the world. The question is, am I sobbing them again? Or do I go for the Hearthflame kill now? You know what? Here's an idea. Let's just attach and then sob. And then, you know what? Next turn, assuming my opponent's in retreat or whatever, next turn we can go Ogre Mask, Boss, kill Dragapult. No, Dragapult doesn't get knocked out, actually. I'm trolling. Never mind. Well, next turn, we'll go for the play. Let's buy more time here with Sob. They're not doing anything, so I'm down. Like, even if they get a Dusclops, it's not killing me. Even if they were to Dusclops my active, it's like, all right, bro, then I got Hearthflame for more damage. Okay, we'll just kill the Fez with Hearthflame, I think. They have 140 HP. I could Sob them 2 more times and then Torrential Pump for a game. That's not a bad idea either. If they draw into a Charizard, though, they should be able to... I mean, I don't know how many energies, but they're down 3 energies, though. Do they realistically have enough energy to attack with Feather Arrow? Or Cruel Arrow, whatever it's called. Because they also could then, like, they could, like, get another Dusknoir and knock me out. They draw, like, a supporter. Okay, honestly, let's get rid of this. I think we just go for the KO now. Yeah, screw it. I'm just going to go for it, I think. I just want to build up my board and then go for this. If I don't get it, I might get punished. Like, I don't know. Maybe I should just went Sob instead of a 3-prize KO, but they can knock me out. Would use Psychic Energy. Okay. No research. All right. Do that. I'm trying to think. Am I ever Bravery Charming anything here? I could Bravery Charm the Mew so they can't Phantom Dive, but they can't really leave this guy alone, in my opinion. Well, I guess I'm down both boss. I'm like thinking. So we kill the Fez. We got on a 1 prize. We can set up Torrential Pump for game. I need 1 Ogre's Mask to do that. So I think I just do this. Hold the hand. And then just nuke the active. Okay, that's fine. This works. This is fine, too. I mean, going into 1 prize is sketch. I have Mew in play. Then maybe I should have Bravery Charm my Mew then. Yeah, maybe I should have Bravery Charm the Mew. We'll see. They're not even guaranteed to draw an Iono, though. I took out their Fez. I think this is fine. I don't know. I could have set up Saw, but, like, I don't know what's in their deck. I don't know. They might knock out my Wellspring before I get to win the game of Torrential Pump. So I don't know. Maybe I should have just went for the Torrential Pump play. But my opponent also is down a lot of the resources, and they're in top deck mode. Oh, and their best play is that? Because they can't really attack me. If they just headbutt me, I just knock them out. This Hearthflame puts on way too much pressure. All right. I have 1 Ogre Mask in the deck. If I draw Ogre's Mask, we win. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. They can get... Well, they can't Dusknoir me anymore because I'm on 1 prize. They just fail that. They didn't even get Charizard, Lamau. Okay, I don't know why they didn't get Charizard. I guess they want to maybe save it, but it's probably too late for that. I don't want to thin anything with this Vessel. Else Teal Dance. I want to keep the hand because I want to make sure I can do like a Clefairy combo. Yeah, okay. That's fine. We can do this. How much energy is in the deck still? Only 2. I mean, that Ogre Mask is in there. If I thin out too much energy, I can't Clefairy this, but I'm going to 2-shot anyway, so it's like fine. Yeah, this is probably fine. So I can't Crispin anymore because I only have the fighting in the deck, but, you know, if we draw into this Ogre's Mask, just saying game's over. Research. Yo, do I gamble? We go for the Ogre Mask here. If we get Ogre Mask, we win. If I whiff it... Should be okay. Let's get this Ogre's Mask. We can win. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Where are you at, Wellspring? There you are. We'll swap the active. Yeah, let's get this now. And then do the play. Do the funny play. My opponent didn't really get to set up anything. But, I mean, we saw block the Fez. Their deck doesn't really have much of a draw engine either, which kind of helps. Their draw engine was literally to use... their draw engine was just relying on the Fez. So, I'll gladly take the knockout. It was looking pretty good. Like, even if my opponent did somehow, like, kill the Hearthflame there, it's like, we had enough time to still win. Even without the boss, like, I had Clefairy for game. We had options. It was looking pretty good. Because we had Crispin, and then I had the Luminous Energy. So I still had a Psychic, and I had the Retrieval still to work with to get the Psychic back, if I really had to. All right, we hit Gholdengo. All right, we can beat it. We open Cornerstone, which is what we want to be using anyways. So I'm going to attach Pass. Now, we'll see what kind of build of Gholdengo this is. And if they have an answer to attacking my Ogerpon. So we do have Crispin next turn, so we have the guaranteed attack. And we just put on a bunch of pressure with Ogerpon. If we get a Teal Mask down, we could technically loop the Cornerstone Ogerpons with the Ogre's Mask. So that's pretty funny. So that's like the best answer we got, I think, to beating them. They got Fez Insight for Maniac. They have an Energy. Well, they can't call for Family because then they shuffle their deck. That's probably a bad idea. If we get some damage on the board, that'd be pretty good. But yeah, if we can utilize Teal Mask Ogerpon in this matchup, we'll be chilling. Because we just have to take, like, a couple of prizes, and we can use Ogre's Mask to loop the Cornerstone, and maybe we can, like, clean up, because they have a Fez on the board, so maybe, like, late game bear play could be good. So, see what our top deck's going to be then. Luminous Energy? Sure. Doesn't really matter. We can save the fighting for later, I guess. So what I'll do is grab these two. And then we'll just demolish for the knockout. They'll just research next turn and then just try to go from there. See what our prize is going to be. Bravery Charm. I could draw into... Okay, so if I draw into a discarding card, there's a world where maybe I can go for the Torrential Pump. Don't think I want to do that, though, but I could. We could go for like a little Torrential Pump play and then just try my opponent to set up a little bit. I don't think I want to do that, though. Depends. Probably not going to be worth it. Maybe just kind of stick with the Cornerstone strat. I don't know what their list looks like. Like, if they have Baby Gholdengo, that's fine, because I can... As long as I can just loop the Cornerstone over and over again with Ogre's Mask. I mean, we technically have 3 chances at using Cornerstone in this matchup. That's effectively how this game plays out, right? We can potentially use this guy 3 times. So if my opponent's best chance to beat me is with Baby Gholdengo, it's not going to be enough, I don't think. Because they have to 2-shot me, I 1-shot them, and like I said, with the Ogre's Mask, I can loop the thing over and over again. Okay, I'll see what they do. They have double gimme boss top. That could be pretty cool. They can kill one of the gimmies and then go back to even prizes. Could be okay. There's an Arven. We might be seeing them go for a Team Evo. They could have Monkey Dory, which could make things a little awkward. But this is where, like, Wellspring could be good. Like, we don't have to just attack with Cornerstone. We can use other attackers, too. It doesn't have to just be the strict Cornerstone show. Because they would probably have the Monkey Dory and stuff, so like, it might not be a bad idea to also try to utilize the other attackers in our deck if we can. Like, this guy's on board. We can clean up with Fez or with Bear. We have Wellspring Ogerpon to take some prizes if my opponent plays into that. Probably going to hit the Fez with Demolish, and then I can maybe Wellspring it down the road or something. The option's open. If I want to go Wellspring, the option's available. We want to take our prizes. Like, I think my opponent could win the game by knocking out the Cornerstone. Or going, like, taking the 6 prizes. We drew Bear, though. It's kind of awkward. I'll just grab the Wellspring. I'll just bench it. Just charge it up now. And I'll just research. We are going to lose our Bear, but, I mean, it's fine. This Fez is going to get killed anyways. Got Nest Ball. Grab Teal Mask with that. You try to get more good cards here. Would be nice. Let's see what we got. Another grass. There we go. I'll just demolish for 140. They didn't attach energy, which is good. So there's no monkey shenanigans. We have boss in hand, so if I want, I could boss kill the Fez next turn. It's not a bad idea. We could also go for the potential Wellspring next turn. If I can Teal Dance into an Energy Switch, we could try to go for a Wellspring play for 3 prizes if they don't evolve that gimme, or if they mention another low HP Pokemon, like another Gimme Ghoul, which I'm assuming they may mention another Gimme Ghoul, or if they're playing to Dunsparce or Dracloak, or some kind of other attacker in the deck, we might be able to do some shenanigans with Torrential Pump. Just want to keep my eye open for that. I'm just going to play the eSearch Pro. Again, they didn't attach the Fez, so unless they have Rescue Board or Switch in hand, they're not going to be able to attack me this turn. I don't have Iono, so I can't currently Iono them, but I could try to Teal Dance into an Iono. Or I could retreat in a Tatsugiri. Oh, they have Switch. Okay, but what are they doing, though? Are they knocking out the Wellspring or the Teal Mask? Because I'm assuming they have a Gust. Let's see. What do they got? They can't hit my active. What's their angle looking like here? Let's see. I'm assuming they're going to go for a Gust play. What's their plan looking like? No, they're just going to... Well, they're attacking in my active, but they don't have a knockout. Maybe they want to discard the energy in case I Iono them? Yeah, there's no knockout there, buddy. Nice try. Okay. All right, well, that's fine. Teal Dance and see what happens. We're looking to Teal Dance into another good card here. Come on. Come on, be a good Teal Dance. Another grass. Good card. Touch that there. Demolish. Just keep hitting the Gholdengo, I guess. They can still knock out my my guy next turn with Boss. It's fine, though. We can go for a Wellspring play next turn with Boss. KO these 2. Or if they mention a low HP, I'll do that. Now they're just going to Cypher Maniac. Do they have a Counter Catcher? But they also just discard a bunch of energy. They need Retrieval and Counter Catcher, which I'm assuming they do have the Retrieval, probably. I mean, their hand is pretty giant. I'd be surprised if they didn't have it. They're playing Togekiss. Ooh, okay, that makes things a little bit more complicated. So yeah, maybe I go for the Torrential Pump play next turn. If my Wellspring is not dying here, I might go for the Torrential Pump play, to be honest with you, just because I am a little scared of any shenanigans they can do with Togekiss. So maybe we go Boss KO, gimme Togekiss or something with Wellspring. That might just be the play. Because then I could just turn this guy into Wellspring later on in the game or something. We'll see if they have a Gust. They have to have a counter catcher. And I think as long as our Wellspring doesn't die, I'm going to knock out Togepi. And probably the Gimme Ghoul. Leave the Fez alive. So we can eventually just Torrential Pump it later. We don't have to do it right away. We can do it later on in the game. Alright, what's Bro's play? That's why it's confusing the attack in my active. Because they have to waste a Retrieval just to take a knockout. No, they got the Gholdengo. If they bench out a low HP basic, we can go for the play. Because if not, I'll just knock out Fez and Togepi. And then just eventually deal with this Gholdengo later on in the game. It just makes my life a little bit easier, though, if they put a low HP basic down. We'll see. I kind of like leaving the Fez on the board with the damage counters on it, but if we have to knock it out, we have to knock it out. Like, gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? Okay, do they have counter catcher? They don't have a Gust here. I'm just, like, gonna cripple their board even more. We'll see what they do. Counter catcher Wellspring or counter catcher Teal Mask, or are they doing nothing? They could just be waiting to set up Togekiss. Now they're just passing. Yeah, see, because now I can punish them for doing this. Do an Iono. Sick. All right. Horse Retreat. Into this guy. Attach. Could Teal Dance. Not going to bother. I'm just going to do this. Torrential Pump. We'll take our 2 prizes here. I mean, we could knock out the Gholdengo instead of the Fez. But, yeah, let's kill the Fez. Seems good to me. Yeah, just take out their draw even more. Seems good. We might have to play the Iono next turn. You never know. We'll see what our prizes are. There's Ogre's Mask. Yeah. And now I could just win the game by, like... Oh, they promote the Gholdengo to 140 on anyways. Alright. Well, looks like we're just going to kill it. And I'll say Monkey Dory here. They can go Monkey Dory, knock out the active, put 30 on the Cornerstone, and then my play can just be Demolish. And then if they try to hide this thing without turboing it, I'm just going to set up an Ogre's Mask Wellspring combo again. And we can just, like, go back-to-back Wellspring or something at some point. That's kind of the plan. So we can kind of leave our board at that. All right, what are they doing? Do they have a knockout? They should. Their hand is huge. I'd be surprised if my Wellspring survived the turn. If it does... Ironically, if it does, I actually don't have a knockout currently or an attack with the Cornerstone, which is kind of funny. I'd have to probably just sob them. Now they're going to boss. Going after the Teal Mask. Sure. That actually makes sense, because now they don't kill the Wellspring. That's interesting. But I have game if they don't heal the thing. I think it's just game. Okay, they didn't get Monkey Dory. All right, never mind. It's just game anyways. Doesn't matter. They didn't have a Monkey Dory, so we can just promote Cornerstone and then just knock out the active. All right, that works. Yeah, for whatever reason, if they... I don't know why they didn't go into the other Gholdengo. Why did they go into the damaged one? I do not know what they did. Like, why did they do that? Whatever. If they went into the other Gholdengo, I would have just set up like a play anyways with the Wellspring. So like would have been fine regardless. But I do not know why they didn't go into the Gholdengo with no damage on it. Doesn't make any sense, but okay. Like I said, I could have set up Wellspring anyways at some point. I had Ultra Ball. I probably would have just discarded the Wellspring. Actually, probably still could have won the game actually if they did that. Because I could have Ultra Balled my other Wellspring away if it's in the deck, and then Ultra Ball... Iono, Bench Mew, draw an energy, and I think I would have probably had it anyways. Yeah, I probably would have had it regardless, even if they didn't. Because I think I probably, as long as I don't whiff an energy, I think I had it, but still. All right, we hit Dragapult. Hopefully it goes well. Our start's not bad. We do have the Clefairy, Wellsprings in there. The Budew is annoying because I can't get around the Budew. I maybe should try to set my own Budew. Well, let's see if we can Teal Dance into Wellspring Ogerpon. Nope. There's still a chance, though. Another Teal Dance. Let's see. Let's see. We need a Wellspring Ogerpon. Nope. Not it. Well, the best play I got is to do this. Grab more energy, and then... attach. Pass. If we drew into a Wellspring there, we could have went for the turn 2 Torrential Pump. Because, again, I guess against Dragapult, we just want to try to 2/2/2 prize race them. The Budew means we can't do Ogre's Mask, which is lame. Maybe I should just go into my own Budew. Okay, they're going to Iono me, which is okay. I get to keep some resources, which is good. Those are all good cards. I don't mind keeping those. Didn't want to research them away. There's the Wellspring. It's a little too late for that to matter, though. It's getting discarded. And we're not going to be able to Ogre's Mask. I mean, I think we still just aggressively attack the Budew, knock it out, and, like, chill. It's probably fine. Yeah, as long as they don't have Rare Candy Dragapult, we should be chilling. If they do, we can try to sub Clefairy. It's not the end of the world. We'll just Attach. Knockout. We could get Unfair Stamped, and I could get a Mew down. So it's kind of like down to the mercy of either Unfair Stamp or potential like turn 2 Dragapult knockout. Drawing all of our Rainbow Energies. 2 Luminous and Psychic in hand. Not great. So I want to go for Clefairy. It's a bit harder now to loop it, too. All right, hopefully they don't have Hurricane Dragapult Crystal in hand. Nah, it's 2 Dracloaks. Now, if we get Budewed again, we're still not going to be able to do the Wellspring Ogerpon, but, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I'm probably going to have to get Clefairy with the Nest Ball if we don't get Budewed. I don't want to research away those energies, and then I just won't have the ability to tackle Clefairy. Clefairy is very important against Dragapult. So, I want to go for the Wellspring, but we'll see if they Budew me. They jocked, so it's not Arven. Less likely chance we get Budewed, technically speaking. Hopefully, we'll see. We can survive. Let's see, what do they got? They have another basic? Because if not, I can just high roll the knockout with this research. Countercatcher, sure, that doesn't do anything. Do they have Budew? Do they have a Budew rescue board? Or a Budew switch? Or do they even have a basic? If they don't bench a basic here, I legit just might have game. Okay, they didn't bench a basic. Okay, so we do that now, bruh. Okay, hold up. Let's get Clefairy. I can always Bravery Charm it. And they also just wasted a Countercatcher, so it's like I'm kind of chilling. Let's get Mew or Fez. Can't really Mew with his hand. Let's get Fez. We'll Tera Orb for Hearthflame. Research. We have to find Ogre Mask and we win. Did not get it, but never say never. Do have the Earthen Vessel to thin out more energies. We can Teal Dance. Let's see. Teal Dance number 1. Did not get Ogre's Mask. I'll Teal Dance here. We can do another Teal Dance too. We have 3 Teal Dances to try to get this Ogre's Mask. Come on, we need Ogre's Mask. That's not Ogre's Mask. Come on, Ogre's Mask. Got this Teal Dance one time, please. Give me it. Dang it. Unfortunate. Okay, that's fine. We will Bravery Charm Clefairy. E-Switch. Pass. If I had Budew, I would have Budewed them. Unfortunate whiff. We drew a lot of cards. We did Research plus triple Teal Dance. We didn't find one of our 3 Ogre's Mask in the deck, assuming there's not one prized. Sucks that we whiffed. Would have won the game. That's fine, though. Clefairy Bravery Charm on it's pretty good. We have a lot of energy on the board. We're not in a bad spot. We also could threaten a knockout with Hearthflame Ogerpon still, if I can find that Fire Energy and Ogre's Mask combo. So if they do go Dragapult, we can still nuke it with Hearthflame. But it's a little sketchy, though, because then they can set up a 4-price turn on Clefairy. Because I didn't want to bench this now. I wanted to wait to bench it, but I had to bench it. So, that sucks. There's Dragapult. It's going to be a lot harder to win now. Okay, we'll see if they have the knockout on anything this turn. There's Buddy Poffin. I can get them more basics. We could get Budewed here, but if they go Budew, I'm just going to knock out the Budew with Teal Dance, I guess. Or with Mirror Leaf Shower. They're playing Ghosts. It's a little scary. Well, now I want to try to go for Wellspring for sure. Are they moving out of the active spot? What are they cooking? If they don't Phantom Dive me this turn... Oh, they have a Research. That's pretty good. They get rid of Switch for some reason. They don't... Are they not going into the Dragapult? Maybe they're scared of the Hearthflame. No, surely they're going for it. Interesting. They got Hawlucha. Bro, if that Research gives them Rescue Board plus Countercatcher, that's pretty good. That's like the ultimate sack. I don't know why they didn't switch into Dragapult. Maybe they are scared of the Hearthflame. Maybe the Hearthflame play actually kind of scared them. So I'm surprised they didn't just switch into Phantom Dive. Okay, hold up. We might still be cooking. So I can Wellspring them here, knock out Dracloak and Duskull, and then I can knock out the Dragapult at some point. Countercatcher. Okay, now I need an energy to retreat. That's fine. Well, I have Beach Court. It's actually not that big of a deal. I guess I didn't want to walk into the thing. Well, I got punished for doing that. Am I ever going Budew if I draw into it? Probably not, right? Just bench Mew, just Iono. Pray we can find Ogre's Mask. Oh my god, I still whiffed it. What? Really? I still whiffed the Ogre's Mask? Seriously? What? Bruh. Okay, that's not good. That's a really bad whiff. Jeez. I'll kill the active, I guess. I cannot believe I whiffed the Ogre's Mask still. Off a 5 card? 6 cards with the top deck? Bro, what do you mean? That's... Yeah, it's not good. I really wanted to go Wellspring there, because I could have knocked out the Duskull. Now they... Well, they are down 2 counter catcher. We'll see if Clefairy is going to survive the turn. I need Clefairy to not die here. Makes it even worse, because they can knock out Clefairy here by going Dusknoir plus... Or Dusclops plus Gust. That's what I'm scared of. If they do that, I am in trouble. Do I have my Night Stretcher still? I guess I could still go Night Stretcher E-Switch, but still, it's like even worse now. I cannot believe I whiffed that, man. That's crazy. Back-to-back turns where I whiffed Ogre's Mask is diabolical, and I did a good amount of thinning and drawing, too. It's unfortunate. Ooh, man, that's not good. It's pretty bad. Yeah, and they had the 3rd counter catcher. Yep. Bye-bye, Clefairy. Okay, this does give me a line, though, where I can win the game. If they knock out Clefairy, we could go hit the active, and then we could knock it out with Torrential Pump and take 3 prizes. So there is actually a decent chance I can still win this. I'm actually not out of the game yet. It's annoying, obviously, that they're doing this, but it's fine. This is why I wanted to get the Ogre Mask, so I could just blow up the Duskull, but whatever. Dragapult has Plot Armor, like I said. Just stupid BDIF deck. Alright, that's fine. We can still go for a play here where I set up a 2-shot on Dragapult with Wellspring Ogerpon. I need to take a 3-prize KO, I think, if I'm going to win this. Like, that's what I'm going to aim for at this point. We're going to try to take a 3-prize KO. That's my goal. Let's see what we got. Ultra Ball again. Yeah, see, bro, there's no... Where's the Ogre Masks at? I honestly probably didn't really check, so I probably should have. But did I prize one? I haven't got one yet. I took 2 prizes and I haven't found one. Crazy. If they win next turn? Nah, they didn't bench another Duskull, which is good. Even if they did, I would have Wellspringed it. Okay. I could still just Wellspring now. We could just go Wellspring now, knock out the Dreepy, hit this, and then finish it off with Bear or something. That's probably just better. Let's see what we top deck first. Watch me the Ogre's Mask. Called it! Oh my goodness! Broken deck. Okay. There's one issue with this, though. If I go for that play, they can remove, like, all my energy off the board. It's kind of sketchy. I'm going to flip first, see what we got. There they are. They're all at the bottom, I swear to. Let's see. What am I doing? So, do I Torrential Pump now, hit this for 100, and then do that, and then just Bear for a game? I think that's probably just the play, right? The prize map seems to work out pretty well in our favor, so I think I'm just going to go for the Torrential Pump now. How many Crispins do I have left? I have all my Crispins. Theoretically, better to put back the water. Okay, I'm going to go for the Wellspring play now. Screw it. The problem with this, they can... I mean, well, they're down 3 counter catcher. There's actually a pretty unlikely chance they have the knock-it on the other guy, but we'll see. Could get Bloodmoon here. We have Mew and Fez on the board. They can knock out one of the 2. I'm trying to think. How can I put myself in a better position to not lose this? I could boss the 2 Dreepies and then Wellspring again. Not a bad play, actually. You know what? This might just be better. I think this play is actually just better overall. This seems like the better play. Might keep the Ultra Balls. Yeah, I'm just going to chill. Okay, this is a better idea. We can just leave the Hawlucha on the board and then just knock it out with Torrential Pump. We'll do 1, 2, 3. Alright, I should put back the grass energies, right? Yeah. Put the grass back so I can Teal lamps. Okay, this is actually a better play, because now the Wellspring stays on the board. Yeah, no matter what, I can just Wellspring for game next turn. This is probably just better. The more I think about it, the more I like it. Yeah. This is probably just a better play. Because I was, like, kind of locked in on, like, just killing the Dragapult, but if they can't win the game or anything in 2 turns, it should be fine. We have Mew and Fez on board, too. Let's see what our prizes are. Nice. The worst they can do, they can go, like, Iono to 1 Jet Headbutt. Because anything they attack gets knocked out. So they can actually always activate Fez, which is big. Or Mew can draw us cards. There's an Arven. That's not an Iono. Hold the phone. I haven't seen their Ace spec yet. They might have prized it. I don't know. Are they playing? Well, they may be playing Neo Upper, actually. They can't ghost me anymore. What's their play going to be? Because we're just going to win with Wellspring. They have to kill the benched guy, but they just burn 3 counter catcher. I actually don't think they have game. And even if they do, like, I can probably just win, right? I think we're chilling. The more I think about it, the more I think we just have game. Yeah, because... Yeah, it's fine. So I just Ogre's Mask, they knock out my active. Okay, there's the unfair stamp, that's fine. We have Fez and Mew on the board. They have to Jet Headbutt me here, but if they do that, I can potentially draw into a combo like that, where I E-switch to the active and knock them out. That's what I was thinking, because I had a lot of my E-switches left. So I can still build up 2 Wellsprings. Like, no matter what, one of these Ogres, I'm either going to Ogre Mask the other guy with the Luminous Energy into Wellspring, or the active's going to get powered up and knock him out, too. So either way, we're pulling off this Wellspring combo on this Dragapult deck. We're taking the last prize. All right, they just Phantom Dive. So, we just need Ogre Mask to win. Or we need... We can build up Mew. Yeah, we have 2 win cons. Oh, I mean, unlikely with Ogre Mask. We are drawing the max amount of cards. So hold up, let's see. So we can go E-switch to the active. So we can Phantom Dive for game 2 if we have to. We'll Mew for 1. Then we'll research. We're drawing 10 cards here. We need Ogre's Mask. That's game, okay. I was gonna say, we have a couple win cons. We got the Ogre's Mask, so it worked out. Let's get the Wellspring back out, and that will be all she wrote. GG's. My other play could have been dig for the last E-switch, and then Phantom Dive for game. Aw, they scoop. Boring. That's cool, though. We beat Dragapult. I like beating Dragapult. Losing like beating Dragapult. Kind of a weird game to navigate, too. We got really unlucky. We whiffed those Ogre's Masks earlier, but worked out in the end, so I can't complain. And there you go, folks. That is my Ogerpon Toolbox deck in action. A lot of fun to play because of Ogre's Mask being such a unique card. A very underrated card. Like, clearly the Ogerpons were designed to be synergized with this card, especially with Teal Mask and, like, Luminous Energy and stuff. But, unfortunately, that's just not how they're being played. They're just support Pokemon for, like, other decks. But I think this deck definitely is fun to play. Is it better than Tera Box? Probably not, but it's still really cool nonetheless, and you get a lot of enjoyment out of spamming Ogre's Mask, in my opinion. I think Wellspring and Teal Mask obviously do a lot of the heavy lift in this deck, and if you want to play this deck now, probably before Shaman comes out, because I feel like this deck is at its full potential now while there's no Shaman in the format, because Wellspring is such a good attacker. We use Wellspring a lot in this video. Definitely got to give the deck a try. Some cool options for sure with your attackers. Even the Hearthflame can shine in this deck, which is cool. Because if your opponent doesn't respect it, kind of like they're walking into like Relicanth or Reshiram with an Enzork or Duraludon, you can obviously do some big plays with Wrathful Heart too. But I'll be into the video on the Ogre deck. If you did, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe down below. We're on the road to 77,000 subs. You want to help me reach that goal? Make sure to subscribe down below. If you enjoy the content, check out the second channel if you want to get even more content from me too. A bunch of Unova cards just got revealed, and a lot of them are old callbacks to black and white cards from like 15 years ago. So you definitely want to check out the second channel down below and look at all the brand new cards I looked at and all that stuff. Check out the sponsors. Use code LDF as always. Link down below. And I'll catch you on the video very soon. Bye-bye.